my background basically after a degree in economics from Cambridge was in the corporate world. I've had 40 plus years working for one of India's largest business groups. But if my wife was here, she would say he's never been a corporate animal because he comes home on time. His bookshelves are full of books by Chekhov and Sartre and André Gide and people like that. You will not find a book of management on his shelves. And if she were alive now, I think she would still say that. So I think in our generation we went into the corporate world because we had wives and children and they needed bread on the table. But at the same time, unlike now where people say, are you a marketing man, are you a finance man, are you an artist? We were really seen as what was then called a resource person. Were you resourceful? Could you move seamlessly from one aspect of business to another? And therefore the difference of being from say 9 to 5:30 in a stiff corporate atmosphere and then moving seamlessly to the, say, the NCPA in Bombay, did not seem strange or different. It was never either or. Also, I think Bombay was where I grew up and most of my time, when I was not traveling overseas, was much smaller. So people had evenings together around a piano, sitar, singing, and Indian classical music was very much part of an Indian household, particularly if there was a girl in the house. The house was not considered civilized, if you like, unless one of the members of the household, and this is amongst the Parsis, I belong to the Parsis, but if you went to Bengal, you would find the same thing in Bengal. And after the evening was over, the father would request the daughter or the son to come out and play. That's gone. Houses are small, people are hurried and busy, so performances have moved away from the home into concert halls. Concert halls are at ends of Bombay or ends of any large town, so people have to move towards them. Traffic has become horrendous. The cost of attending these performances are horrendous. So what I've noticed in the last few years is what's happening to education. It's going the way of MOOCs, massive open online courses. You're going to have music streaming in, and people have seen that they can sit in the comfort of their homes and hear the very best of music. Hopefully this will re-establish the blend between the love of music and work. There need not be a difference. You see it in the pop world also. I see people in the office now that I've retired and I coach and I act as an advisor, helper is the best word. I notice young people listening to you at the same time they have earphones in their ear and they are hopping or throbbing or pulsating to a different beat. So hopefully this integration will come back. But what I fear, particularly with Indian classical music with which I was brought up, because my mother is from Jodhpur, my father is from Mao in central India, is very few of the younger people want to take the 15 to 20 years of arduous training before you can go and perform. It's that degree of perseverance is not there. And then again, I see a parallel in management. You want the young MBA, he wants to be the MD of the company by the time he's 36. So there is a growing impatience, and I think this impatience is impacting the emotional intensity on which Indian classical music is based. Just last evening, my daughter was talking to someone from Waitrose, just a baby, Indian couple, and all of a sudden the next thing we knew, 2 hours later we were at home having sherry with them, and you know, there's obviously a homesickness somewhere and they wanted someone from India. Now, we were chatting, he was Dr. Mohan, and we were chatting and I mentioned Kesarbai, and his eyes widened. He said, "You have heard her sing?" I said, "Yes, not personally, she's passed away." he brought out this little Bluetooth thing, you know, and he put it onto YouTube. And here I was at Queen's Gate in a very English atmosphere, listening to one of India's greatest artists, Kesarbai. And the music seemed to, I mean, frankly, it takes you back home.